Savant.
Oh my stars, Cole Caulfield ties it.
He's in. He scores! Oh my! Demidov!
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Curfew Boys podcast. Myself, Sammy, with my man Zook.
With, indeed.
Hey.
How are you, man?
With what?
With the man Zook.
With my man Zook.
I like
Hey,
how you
now.
accentuated it. Hey, now, indeed.
Yeah.
Dude,
How you
welcome
doing?
back from your trip. I didn't speak to you since you got back.
Dude, don't remind
know.
me. Don't remind
I
me
know, I know.
of
Listen.
the beautiful motherland we called Italy. I miss it every day, and every day I wonder why I'm back home. If I could find a way to do this podcast and live in Italy, I would do
can.
it.
You definitely can.
So- yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining, buddy, and thanks to all our listeners and viewers for tuning in to this brand new episode. If you're tuning in on YouTube, thank you so much. Please click like and subscribe. It is absolutely free, and tell your friends out there, tell your fellow Habs fans out there about us. It's the only way we can feel the love. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other podcast platform, thank you so much for tuning in. Please give us a 5-star rating and review. It is, once again, the only way we can feel the love. A big thank you to our sponsors, Habs Cave. You guys, we keep mentioning Sunil and the magnificent cave that he has. It's a man's cave dream for all Habs fans. You know, content of some of the best memorabilia you can see regarding the Montreal Canadiens, and Sunil's a great guy, a big member of the Montreal Canadiens community, who's always there to support everybody. Great person too. Give him a follow, Habs Cave on Instagram. And last but not least, to my buddy Mike in RDP, Mike's Barbecue Rub. He's a Canadian, obviously a Canadian local company that creates his own barbecue spices. It's still warm and hot out there. We're still in barbecue season, especially with the heat wave coming. So please stay hydrated. But yeah, it's true. It's already arrived. Mike's Barbecue Rub. Check him out online at www.marksbarbecuerub.com. Like I said, he creates his own spices, anything, meat, fish, chicken. If it could be on the barbecue, you could definitely use Mike's Barbecue Rub. He also uses his own spices for his kettle chips, which are delicious. All right. Like I said, give my boy Mike a follow and a shout. Mike's Barbecue Rub on Instagram. Like I said, mikesbarbecuerub.com. Don't forget, folks, to always rub your meat.
Most importantly.
I love that slogan. I
fantastic.
like he's great.
It sells itself.
I love it. It really does. So, yeah, man. Hey, Zook, is it true it's your wedding anniversary?
It is, yeah.
It
a
is?
lovely decade has gone since I've
Decade?
legally
Jesus.
married. Yeah, it's crazy.
Legally married. I think the key word.
Yeah.
Legally married.
Well,
Since you've been legally bound by marriage to one woman, and she's a dear one.
yes. It's almost 20 years I've known her.
Wow.
It's most of my life. Think about it.
What's the secret?
I don't know if I could say it.
Can't say. All right, tell me after the show when we're off air. It's exciting times, buddy. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations to you and the missus on your 10-year wedding anniversary.
Thank you.
You know, you would think the Canadiens would have brought a Stanley Cup between then.
We were close.
Maybe we were close. Yeah, we were close at least once, but now we're on to this new stage of the rebuild, and I think Habs fans, including myself, are excited. You know, the famous "Is it October yet?" keeps coming around, and even though we just started August-ish, we just past the first week of August, I think all of us are just dying and ready for this new hockey season to start.
Crazy.
So it's exciting. It's exciting, man, and it's so funny how even in August, there's still rumors and still headlines here that are circulating regarding the Canadiens, and
It's nonstop though, right, Sammy? Like, I don't know if you remember, like, even when did the season end? Like May? No, sorry,
April. In
no,
April?
I'm saying when the Habs stopped playing this year. What was it?
Yeah, in
The
April.
playoffs?
Yeah, in April.
It was April. Yeah, it was right before May. That's when the rumors started. You know, like Kent's at work. He's working the phones, right? And it's been the case, even though lately there's been the last couple of weeks. I'm sure they're on vacation or holiday, like most of the players are. But still, that being said, we still get rumors on Twitter and insiders, if you will, that are saying that the GMs, Kent Hughes especially, and Gorton are trying to see what's available out there to see if they could add some of the missing pieces that they currently have.
Well,
Which is great to hear. It's a stark contrast.
1,000%. And I think this offseason, Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon really sent out a message to other GMs in the league saying, yeah, we're patient within our rebuild, but we're looking everywhere. They're not just looking internally; they're looking externally as well to improve their team. And they did it by going at Noah Dobson at the draft. They did it by trading Mayu at free agency day on July 1st. I'm pretty sure it was then. Anyways, you know what I mean? They went and get Zachary Boldzuk, and then they signed like these free agent veterans that are still, they're still in their late 20s that could still bring something, if not to the team, definitely to the minor team, but they still bring something. So I really think this offseason, Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon made a statement. They really did. And I think people now are, not that they're under the assumption, but they're like, don't be surprised if Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon are shopping around and looking and asking everywhere. Don't be surprised if they're a little bit more aggressive than other GMs around the league. You know what I mean? And if they do pull something off, is anybody going to be surprised? Like, yeah, we're going to be like, oh my God, they did something. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, this is like, we should be expecting this, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like every GM or every good GM or a GM that we consider good would do the same. Like, we would expect a team like when Florida did their moves to bring them to the team that they are today. When was it? When did they trade Huberdeau and all those moves that were happening?
Well, yeah, well that
really set up the team.
Yeah, that trade happened, and then but fucking Zito, man, he went and get little guys here and there at the deadline.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid.
Not at all, dude. Bill Zito, I almost called him Barry Zito. Bill Zito, like, changed the franchise with one move by bringing in a Matthew Tkachuk. That was the big one. And then, he went and get little veterans here and there. They lost in the Cup Finals, but then look at that. 2 years back-to-back after that, they're Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah. So,
like, he's and we say it's a copycat league. So I truly think
it is.
You know what I mean? And you need a Bobrovsky, you need a Sasha Barkov, you need an Aaron Ekblad too. Like and then you go get Reinhardt and Sam Bennett. Those guys all came via trade. But my goodness, the pro scouting of the Florida Panthers for them to pull that off. Then I didn't even mention Marsha and other guys too.
They have the infrastructure, back end management, scouting, like you said, all that's there.
Yeah,
and we're looking at the fruits of that labor, and I really believe the Canadiens are really close to having that organizational structure that that good teams have that we've never had. And I can't even remember the last time. Maybe when we had Bob Gainey, he was trying to strengthen or bolster the organization from the past one, which was terrible. It's definitely like we're seeing something that's never been done in Montreal in a long time.
No, not like Bob Gainey tried with. When
I like Bob Gainey. He had the smarts. He had he had a charisma. He was well liked.
But I think the Scott Gomez move really set everything back, and then a lot of people forget Bob Gainey lost his daughter after when all that happened. He didn't want it. I don't think he wanted to be a GM anymore. No, you know what I mean? No. So there was a terrible event in his life, but all that to say is that yes, this is something we haven't seen in a long time.
No,
like Marc Bergevin, him too couldn't really truly pull off the rebuild. Maybe and Molson admitted he was afraid. He was always afraid of doing a rebuild.
Honestly, I'm going to slightly change my tune on Bergevin after some thought. Now, I'm not changing my the points that I've spoken about, but had he so this is partly, now I'm going to change it a bit. It's partly the fault of Jeff Molson. he should have known
possibly,
to hire a second head to work with.
But it wasn't something.
Bergevin was a good person. He wasn't.
Like, but having a whole GM and a president of hockey operation is still somewhat. It's
a novelty.
Fairly,
yes,
it's fairly new. It was started to take effect, to the best of my memory, unless somebody can mention when it actually started. Because remember, at one point, like a coach and a GM were the same guy. Remember, at one point, like that was kind of
Patrick Rock. He wanted to make moves,
Well, there was
like
that.
a GM would, like things like that.
A little
yes.
bit, but you know, there was that going a little bit in the early 2000s, till like the mid 2010s ish. Like to the best of my memory, I don't think we saw with that anymore after like 2014, 2015.
Right.
And then I think that's when people started realizing maybe there needs to be more than just a general manager to put a hockey team.
Right.
For the life of me, I can't remember who's the first team I can think of that actually started doing that.
It's definitely an American team. It's probably New York or something like that. But what I'm saying is, why didn't Molson think of that? Be the pioneer. Like, we're always reactive. See, that's the issue. Or it was the issue. We were always reactive and copying teams, and like Bergevin,
but I think
the Bruins like 4 years later.
Well, because Jeff Molson kind of was that guy a little bit on the side. Right. He kind of was. He kind of was like the president.
Yes.
And then at some point, I think he had to realize, like, listen, let me just sign the paychecks and you know, not oversee the business, but take care of the branding of the Montreal Canadiens, the marketing, how he wants the Bell Center to look.
For sure.
And like, good on him for actually flipping the switch to be like, let me get two people, one guy to. Well, actually, he hired Jeff Gordon first. You know, someone who has a great reputation in the world of hockey as management is concerned.
100%.
And then the rest, we all know how it happened. But like, it's you're gonna see everybody's gonna start trending that way now. If there's not every team in the NHL that has a GM and a president of hockey operations, I'm pretty certain there's not that many teams out there that don't have that system.
Yeah, no, it's a great system, especially now. Like, we're like the last, let's say, like as you said, 2014, 2015. The world's changing, right? There's technology now. There's social media. So it's probably at that apex moment where teams were like, okay, let's try to get two minds to steer the ship, which makes sense. Like, think about it.
And you're gonna have to. It's either you adapt or die.
Right,
that's part of human evolution. It's part of nature and evolution. Exactly that. So I want to get onto the main subject of this episode, and I'm actually quite excited about it too. So I'm going to throw out the name. I'm going to throw out Kirby Dach's name for now, okay? Because I think the general feeling amongst Habs fans is that Kirby Dach cannot fulfill that second line center role. Okay, some say he's probably better as a winger. I tend to agree with that. I liked seeing Kirby Dach play with Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki at one point, and actually looked pretty good. Then there was a couple times he played with Slavkovsky, a year or two ago. They looked pretty good together preseason, and then Kirby Dach got injured, and that's it. He was done for the year, right?
Was Kirby centering that line with Slav? I don't remember.
He was with Slav and Newhook.
Oh, it was Newhook. So wait,
because they put Josh Anderson with Suzuki and Cole.
But Kirby was the centerman.
But Kirby was the second line centerman. Yeah.
I like that line. Yes.
Remember the game against Toronto where they lost in shootout, but they played so great.
I did like that line.
Dach and Slavkovsky looked great with Newhook.
Yes.
So. You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I don't think we're ever going to see that line. I personally don't think you could take Slavkovsky off the first line. You can't, because he works wonders for those two. Even though Suzuki and Cole, they're
unless
a lot
they
more
get
flashy.
A superstar first liner, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, I mean, if you're mentioning an Ivan Demidov, but hold on a sec. But hold on though. So now the latest news was, it's so crazy how news flies fast, but then it could change at like a switch.
Yeah.
So I won't mention the person's name, but this particular person reported that he had some intel saying that Kirby Dach's process of rehab and getting better and healing from that, from not just the injury, but from the operation, the procedure that he had, there's a bit of a setback. Apparently, he was seen in a gym wearing some kind of equipment that showed signs that things aren't looking good, okay?
Okay.
I won't mention the person's name. I won't discredit them. Who the heck knows? I'm not saying this is true or not. I'm just saying what I've seen on social media and maybe talking to a person or two, okay? It doesn't mean a damn thing. But what I did like was after that happened, maybe 24 hours later, and before I get to that, it's so weird because about a month ago we saw Kirby Dach skating with Ivan Demidov.
Yep.
And he looked pretty good to me.
Ripping them in, dude.
He looked okay to me. So now I truly love what Eric Engels wrote, okay? And I have his tweet right in front of me, and I'm going to quote him. This is on August 6th that Eric Engels released. So he goes, quick note from vacation. He goes, 1, it was never guaranteed Kirby Dach would be ready for the start of training camp. And, in all caps, it is also premature to suggest he won't. 2, suggesting Dach has had a setback in his recovery are completely false. Not only has he not had a setback, he's progressing really well and, according to my sources, this is Eric Engels, is crushing his summer training. That's all. I hope everyone is enjoying the sunshine.
So that basically coincides with what you said about, we looked at the video of him skating, I think it was with Demidov or wherever in Brossard, and he didn't see any sort of setback. Now that being said, though, things could, he could injure himself like last week, and we don't know about it.
Dude,
like, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to judge,
anything is possible. But for now, like,
I have hope he's going to start the season, dude.
Call us biased. I'm actually trusting what Eric Engels wrote.
Same here.
I'm trusting what he's saying, and I'm expecting to see Kirby Dach ready to go come September. And just because he's not in Montreal at the moment doesn't mean he's not training. Slavkovsky's not in Montreal.
Right.
He's been training back at home.
Of course.
So now, after that happened, it's so funny. After those rumors came out about Kirby Dach, around the same time, rumors came out concerning another sentiment that I personally want. I've always wanted this, and then I'm not saying I'm the reason why everybody else says this, but it's funny how I always wanted this particular sentiment, and now everybody wants it, which is great, which is absolutely fantastic, and with good reason. It does not make sense to me that Mason McTavish of the Anaheim Ducks is still a restricted free agent and not signed. Anaheim has like more than $20 million of cap room. They still have all their guys sort of locked in. I do not get it. Okay, I don't get it. Now, I'm gonna reference Jimmy Murphy from the Sick Podcast, the Eye Test, who does his shows with Pierre Maguire. I did not read his article, but he came out with one. I think with the RJ Media Group, saying how there's 3 teams involved, or
of course,
I wouldn't say in the mix, but there's 3 of them that are really looking into trying to acquire Mason McTavish. There's the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay.
There's our boys, our team, the Montreal Canadiens. Now, apparently, the team that really might have a shot at Mason McTavish is the Detroit Red Wings. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't, like I said, I didn't read the full article, but it was kind of brought to my attention, like I said, reading tweets, doing a bit of research here and there, that the Ducks might be wanting a young right-handed defenseman in return that can play top 4 minutes for a long time for them. I don't know if it's right-handed or left-handed.
So who would they want from Detroit? They're not getting rid of the top 4 there, that's for sure.
Well, no. Detroit is never getting rid of Moritz Seider, and they're definitely. I do not see Detroit giving away Axel Sandin Pellikka.
Absolutely not.
I really don't. That kid's a gem.
Absolutely not.
He is their version of Lane Hudson.
Correct.
Like who Lane Hudson is to us, the Montreal Canadiens.
Correct.
Sandin Pellikka is to the Detroit Red Wings.
No,
even though they have a Moritz Seider, who I would take in a heartbeat.
No.
In a heartbeat. So
Yeah.
So now that the Canadiens are apparently interested in
You know who it's going to
Mason
be.
McTavish. Well, here's the thing, and it's so funny. No, I know. We're gonna get there. It's so funny because the CURFEWBOYS put out a tweet saying, if you were Kent Hughes, who would you give or what would you offer to the Ducks for Mason McTavish? Same thing. We did the same thing on Instagram, and the answers that some people posted, and we truly appreciated everybody's opinion. We really, really, really do. But some people on Twitter, man, are fucking brutal. Excuse my language, but it's like, man, they like to rip each other just because they said an opinion that you don't like. It's not like it's entertaining at times, and then there's times like, Jesus Christ, people. It's just give your opinion and that's it. Move on with life. But anyways, I digress. So is this possible? Is it possible that Kent Hughes can land Mason McTavish? I personally don't think so. I don't think Mason McTavish is going anywhere. I think the Anaheim Ducks would be stupid to let him go. But I want to have fun with this. Let's have some hypothetical, theoretical fun with this. And let's try to be as realistic as possible. What the hell would Kent Hughes have to offer in return for Mason McTavish?
So, what were their demands according to the rumors? Anaheim. They wanted a defenseman?
They want a defenseman, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to throw in picks in there.
Okay, so
you are gonna have to, and I mean, I'm looking at Anaheim's roster right now on the dailyfaceoff.com, and to me, Mason
who's gonna take McTavish's spot though? That's the thing.
Well, now the Ducks drafted guy. They drafted a guy named. Yeah, named where is he? Roger McQueen. Where is he? He's supposed to be here. Where is he?
He's a centerman?
He's a centerman. Roger McQueen, man. They drafted him they drafted him 10th overall in this past, and he's a centerman. And he's leaving the CHL to go to the NCAA. So
but like, how long does this team want to stay within that rebuild phase? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have anyone.
1,000%. That's the ultimate question. It's really kind of like, mind you, Michael Hage has a year ahead of him, but it's kind of like it's the same thing with the Canadiens and Michael Hage. It's like, are we waiting? Like, what are we? Even though, like, I think the Ducks are going to expect Roger McQueen to play 2 seasons in the NCAA, but mind you, once he turns 19, with the new CBA coming in 2026, that's all going to change. So.
Yeah.
It really depends. Dude, the Anaheim Ducks are kind of in the same boat as the Montreal Canadiens, and I love what the Ducks are doing. By the way, like we go crazy for our prospect pool. The Ducks have something fantastic too. By the way, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah,
but Mason McTavish is a perfect center. Look, like Leo Carlson is their number 1 centerman. Everyone thought it was gonna be Zegras. Zegras is gone. Mason McTavish still stays. They got Mikael Granlund, who might play on the line with Ryan Strome. They still have Troy Terry. They want to get Chris Kreider as well. Alex Killorn is still there with a crazy ass contract. But
one of the rumors why they're at a standstill contract wise, apparently he wants more than Granlund, which is I think $7 million per season.
Well, they're all at $7 million cap. Troy Terry, he's got the bigger contract. Mikael Granlund at $7 million. Chris Kreider.
So the McTavish camp is thinking they should be getting around $7 million, which 22-year-old
McTavish could get 8 easily. I think so. As a third.
But I don't know if Anaheim wants to sign him at that. That's why I'm guessing they're still not signing him, right? I would sign him, yeah, for sure. I would sign him for a nice 8-year deal. Here you go. You're going to build with the Montreal Canadiens. Now, who are you going to give? They're going to ask for a Rhinebacker, 100%. I could bet my left testicle. It's less important the left.
1,000% they're going to ask for a Rhinebacker. And if let's say if the Canadiens were
first round pick, I would give them next year's first round pick and a Rhinebacker.
You would actually pull the trigger on that trade.
I would pull the trigger. I would take a risk. I'm not saying I don't like. I'm not saying I'm not saying that we're going to miss a linebacker. Yes, we will. I like him. But I think you could get a defenseman like we've seen this summer with Dobson. Second line centerman is going to be a lot tougher.
Okay, I see what you mean. And you know what? A lot of people are saying the same thing. They're like, love David Reinbacher, but if you're going to want to get a second centerman to go to follow Nick Suzuki, you're going to have to give up. And a lot of people say Reinbacher in the first round pick.
Yeah, okay. And how about this other scenario? This kid's been turning heads a lot this summer. Koivu's son. Isn't he born in Anaheim?
I don't think so.
I think Koivu had him there, dude. So like he's a native from there, dude. Like,
is he?
I think so.
Beno, dude. He was in Montreal. Koivu, Saku was.
He grew up. Okay, but he grew up there, dude, because he was sent to Anaheim. Koivu.
Yes, but he wasn't.
I think he's an American citizen too.
Hold on a sec. I got to search this up. No, I think Atos is born in Finland.
Turku, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's born in Turku. Yeah.
So why did he was born? So then why is he an American citizen?
Good question. Well, I don't know.
But anyways, trade him back to Anaheim because he's a Anaheim fan apparently. He grew up watching his dad play there.
Exactly. More conscious.
he was in a baby.
All the other times in Montreal, he was just passed out, right? Yeah, okay.
He was young, but
yeah.
So that's a centerman, and you trade him, and you trade a Reinbacher and a first round pick. There you go. That's the package I'll give.
A lot of people think you're still gonna have to give up a Michael Hage.
Why?
I guess a centerman for a centerman, or like just I think a lot of people think Michael Hage is going to be a little bit better than what they expected.
Yeah,
especially after this little pre-junior tournament that happened.
Dude, he's bars above everybody.
Atos, Koivu, and Michael
yeah.
Hage were like some of the best players of the tournament. This little mini unofficial tournament.
That being said, then I think Kent Hughes is going to be patient for another year or so.
Oh, I think so.
They won't sell their future for a player. Anyways, we'll see.
But McTavish is young though, and he fits the mold of this team.
But let's say we land him this year. Can we sign him? Do we have the cap space?
Good question. Stand by.
He's gonna want at least 7.
Well, I mean, if the Canadiens put Carey Price's contract on LTIR, which will happen, do they have the cap space for it? That's a very good point too. I actually don't think so.
There you go.
I don't think so. You're gonna have to get rid of a contract here.
Yeah.
Because don't forget Slavkovsky, he's getting his pay raise, right?
Yeah,
his pay boost, and Gallagher has got a no move. To make room for that, you're probably gonna have to trade a Josh Anderson contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly who's gonna have to go. But
which I don't know. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But man,
I don't
love
think
McTavish 100%.
I don't think so either. But you should see some of the offers that people are writing: Joshua Roy, Massar, and
I could see a Massar, but they don't want that.
Massar is not going to.
No,
anything can happen, but Massar is not the guy that Anaheim's going to want in return for him.
No, they're going to want a linebacker, 100%.
And to me, it's crazy that it's like you probably, if you could have given a Logan Mailloux a first-round pick and maybe another prospect, or let's say, or I'll throw in a Jaden Struble in there or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know if it would have worked, but at one point when Logan Mailloux was the guy for Trevor Zegras, practically a 1-for-1 deal. Imagine.
Man, oh man, eh?
And it just didn't pan out because they wanted the Michael. Listen. I personally, one, I don't think it's going to happen. 2, here's my take on that. You get rid of a Reinbacher, you recreate that problem on the right-handed side amongst defense.
Yeah,
that's why they got him. They went to get Noah Dobson, so Reinbacher doesn't have to be a top pairing right-handed defenseman. He could be one day, but there's no pressure for him to do that.
Yeah.
he's going to be a second pairing. He still played top 4 minutes, but he's going to be a second pairing. So that's one of the reasons why I don't see the Canadiens ever getting rid of him.
Yeah.
And Michael Hage, the story behind Michael Hage and his dad, and they rejected a trade of Mayu Zegras because they because they landed Demidov, number 1, and 2, they were able to get the trade for the draft pick of Michael Hage.
Dude, Hage looks like, man, he's such a Montreal Canadian. And like, I don't know if you've got this same vibe as I have, but like, I see leadership vibe in that kid, like future leadership. You know what I mean?
do too.
Like, he even speaks French really well for an Ontario boy. You know, like,
well, his parents are his dad's from Montreal,
but where did he live? I think it was Mississauga or some area like that.
No, it was I think in Oakville, Ontario.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
so West
I believe
Ontario.
so.
Beautiful. It speaks. He's a good kid. You know, like works hard. Like you could tell that like you said at the last show, that the Habs are drafting based on that mentality, that work ethic,
the character.
It's all about that, and you could see it. You could see it, especially through Hage's eyes. It's insane.
Michael Hage better make the World Junior Team Canada roster.
Yeah, what's the latest on that? Has he?
Dale Hunter, who's a coach now, said he was probably one of our better players and was really impressed with him. He better make it. Well, I really think Hage has to he's got to explode when his NCAA season starts, like October, November. He's got to explode.
Big year for him.
It's a very, very, very big year for him too, and I think this could be a big year for Atos Koivu too.
I'm liking that kid, man.
But did you see the two of them going at it?
Yeah,
that exhibition game that was amazing.
How many times did we see Koivu, like his father Saku, in practices? I don't know who was he fighting with. I think he fought with Ribeiro once or someone like that.
Yeah, I think him and Ribeiro almost went at it.
I love it. That's it.
Well, that's the crazy thing about hockey players, man. It's like
it's fine.
When you're teammates, you love each other. When you're against each other, you hate each other. And then off the ice, it's like your best friends going out for a beer after. Like, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better than hockey players. Like, we're a different breed. I freaking love it.
Dude, especially.
So yeah, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I just realized, first of all, we can't afford him, but I want Mason McTavish badly, but I just don't think it's worth giving up a good part of the future.
I don't think so either.
I can't see Kent Hughes doing that.
If you look at the sample size, the data that we have in front of us of the works of Kent Hughes and Gordon, it spells out patience. So I don't see it changing for McTavish. Especially the fact that we have the comfort of having a really deep prospect pool, and some of these players are about to come up. So we could wait a year for Hage or 2 years. He's probably going to play in Laval unless he's really explosive.
Here's what I think is going to – I'm telling
2 years.
No, not even. Dude, he's going to – I really believe at the end of this upcoming NCAA season, the Canadiens are going to offer Hage a contract.
Right.
I really think so.
And you think, depending on where the Canadiens are at the end of the season, he might be able to play a few games, you think, with the Canadiens?
I think so.
Like, let's say the Montreal Canadiens are clinched playoffs, or they're out of the playoffs with 10 games left. Put him in for 4.
Well, it depends, too, how far he goes with Michigan in his NCAA
right. But I'm saying
playoffs.
If he's available and, he signs.
Yeah, I think so.
Why not?
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Or here's what I could see happen. He signs a pro-level contract, goes to Laval.
Yeah.
Goes to Laval and kind of does what Fowler did. It really depends how well Michael Hage. If Michael Hage is a head above everybody else, they have to judge for him to be NHL ready. Now, I think the reason why they made Lane Hudson come straight to the Canadiens because the Canadiens did not make the playoffs. So what do they have to lose, in a sense?
Yeah.
Whereas
we didn't have a type of player like Lane Hudson on the roster.
No, we didn't. Maybe he was a lot more NHL ready than people thought. And obviously, the proof is in the season that he pulled off. So, I actually think he's going to join the Montreal Canadiens organization at the end of his NCAA season. Is it going to be an entry level contract, and then you burn a year, or is it going to be a pro contract? I'm really starting to believe now it's going to be a pro contract for Laval, but I could be wrong. If he has an outstanding season, it's like, no, he's ready to go on the show. They probably do that. They probably sign him. Even if their Canadiens are making the playoffs, make him play a couple of games, burn the year of his contract, and then go from there. But I think it's good. I think they're going to go the route of the Laval Rockets, and then the year after, come to training camp ready to go. Come get your spot.
Let's go.
Because this goes full circle to Kirby Dach, man.
It does.
Dach knows. Dach knows this is his last chance,
and the team knows as well. I think they're going to ride the Dach. He's going to play this year.
Because if they don't,
yeah.
Because I get the feeling it's tough to tell, but I get the sense that like not that they owe it to Kirby to try,
yeah,
but because the injury history he's getting, maybe they're like, listen, he hasn't really had a fair shot. I could be wrong, and I'm not explaining this properly, but just the way they traded for him at the draft, at Slavkovsky's draft and all that, I think they truly believe him, and they really want him to be part of the solution. Because he actually could be. If he's healthy, both physically and mentally, and if he plays the way he's capable of playing, like he's a dominant player. It's amazing how at one point we're all like, Kirby Dach might be better than Nick Suzuki at one point in time.
Dude, the first year that we got him, I think it was in training camp. I was like, this kid's insane. He was killing it. He was scoring. He was skating. He was very dominant compared to the other players. And then the injuries happened. It's like, fuck, dude.
Those injuries were 1,000% discouraging.
Yeah. Look, the one thing's for sure, we have Marty as coach. That could only be a benefit for bringing up his morale, because I'm sure he's been down on himself, Kirby Dach. He knows, right? He knows what could be, and his injuries are pretty.
Or he knows what won't be.
That too.
It's a contract year, and I hope that's not the only motivation for him, but I hope it really plays a part, and I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I have hope, and it will definitely help the Canadiens if that hope, happens. What comes to reality, it's going to help the Canadiens with a lot of decisions, and gives us time.
Now, and I'm going to go back to Mason McTavish here. Like, if he doesn't sign by the time training camp starts, that's not good, man. I don't see. Now, mind you, I remember when William Nylander waited almost to December to resign with the Leafs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. It was December, right? Wow.
I remember that, but like I don't see the Ducks going that far. But
I don't know what their delay is, apart from maybe he's demanding a little more than they're expecting to pay. But $7 million seems right.
Dude, if he could get an $8 million cap hit easily, yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%.
I would sign him at that, but that's me. I'm not a GM.
No, thank God, eh?
Jesus, everyone would be fired.
Everyone would be fired.
No.
Oh my God! Did you see real quick the Canadiens released like a 30-minute like season recap video?
Yes, I definitely did.
And they're one of my favorites is like if you were talking about Marty before, like just behind the scenes stuff and how he gets these guys to feel good about themselves.
Yeah,
he's such a motivational speaker. Like the one where after Patrick Laine scored his first goal coming back.
Oh, yes,
and like Marty just talking about you never know who you could inspire one day, but you, Patrick, I don't even know what you've been through. And seeing you work and fighting to come back and you get your first goal as much, you've inspired me.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, wow, dude. Like, I know probably other coaches might do that, but there's just something about...
They might. but he has something like Marty, the way he speaks, the way his eyes, the way his mentality is. I'm sure there's coaches that have a similarity to it, but well, those must be good coaches, right? Because
like,
that's
how do you not want to run through a wall? How do you not want to run through a wall for this guy? Yeah,
right. So imagine them.
He's the perfect, but it's another reason why I keep saying he's the perfect coach for this young team.
Yeah, dude, you need exactly that character for this rebuild. I don't see anybody else being able to step in.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait, man. Like now I'm even more fired up than ever. Like every episode we release until the brand new season starts.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna keep getting fired up, and we'll try to stay updated and all that. But I can't wait.
I just can't wait to hear Pierre Hood scream when they score.
Yeah, him too. The GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of French sports broadcasting.
I would love to have a conversation with him one day.
One day we will. The CURFEWBOYS will have a conversation with him one day. I look forward to that day.
You know, I'm sure he has billions of stories that he could tell us.
1,000%.
I hope he writes one. I'm sure
when he retires, I hope he writes a book. I'm definitely going to buy it.
I'm sure he will. Yes. Yeah. Great man.
So Mason McTavish, it's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. Based on probably what we're going to have to give up. I doubt it's going to be within our reach. But look, you never know. We definitely have good brains working.
Something I just thought of to clear all that cap room, and let's say the Ducks don't make the minimum cap hit ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hate myself for saying this, but do you trade Carey Price's contract?
If that will help you, yes.
Yeah.
If that's going to help you get to what you want to get. No choice. I know it's gonna be a sad day in Montreal, but it's coming sooner. It's coming sooner than you think.
There's 1 year left, and when that's officially done, it's gonna be
They're gonna do something special. I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
Unless they trade him before, which is a possibility.
Even if they do, when it's done, they'll do something special.
Of course, especially knowing the current organization.
Retiring his number. Okay.
It's gonna happen.
I think we could end on that note, buddy.
Do it.
Awesome.
We said it all.
So to our listeners, thanks for tuning in, and please let us know your thoughts on how you think the Canadiens can land a Trevor Zegras. Whoops. Nope. Mason McTavish from the Anaheim Ducks. Take part of the conversation. And we thank you once again for tuning in on YouTube. Again, please like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. It is absolutely free if you've tuned in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other audio podcast platform. Thank you once again. Please give us an honest rating and review. It's the only way we could feel the love. A big thank you to our sponsors, Habs Cave and Mike's Barbecue Rub. Once again, give them some love. Follow them on Instagram. They are great people, and they got a great account with great content. Zook, last but not least, thank you for joining. I really appreciate your time.
No worries.
We'll definitely be talking soon, and can't wait to see you on the next episode.
Looking forward to it, boys.
Until then,
bye now.
Good night.